When I first received a titillating request by an old high school girlfriend to write about my favorite breasts, my very first thought was that as a decent married man, I should say, why, my wife's breasts, of course. I became paranoid that despite any promises of anonymity, that if I mentioned anyone else's breast but hers, or I mentioned particular breasts that I've been enamored with for some time, and it got into this show and my wife saw the show, I'd be in even deeper trouble. Why is it so hard just to sit calmly and talk about something as beautiful and openly as breasts? So I thought, don't be a coward. Go ahead, think of somebody else's breast besides your wife. And indeed, several came to mind. By the way, the particular breasts I was talking about earlier that don't belong to my wife belong to Miss Betty Page, a 50s pinup queen. Now, upon further inspection, I wouldn't say that there's anything really spectacular about Betty's breasts. I mean, they're beautiful, don't get me wrong, but see, to me, she's the whole picture. Her figure, her raven hair, those signature bangs, that genuine smile. So while I can't say that Betty's are my favorite breasts, I will say that she's my all-around favorite naked woman I've never met. Now, my wife knows about it, but barely tolerates my little excitement and my little thing with Betty, which is why I think that she would suspect me if she saw this show. By the way, if you don't know what Betty Page looks like, I would be more than glad to send you what I think is a pretty good representative of what she looks like today via email. Just don't tell my wife. You know, other breasts come to mind as well. I doubt that any straight boy will ever forget the first time that he saw live, genuine breasts that were not a relative's. I know I'll never forget. I was at this nude swimming hole one time, and there was this woman who, well, I won't go into the lurid details, but suffice it to say her breasts were nothing short of spectacular. Oh, and then there was this girlfriend that I had in high school who had this... Never mind. Sorry. So after much speculation, I can honestly say that my favorite breasts are indeed my wife's. There may be others out there that are more shapely or have some other special quality, but they're not my wife's. Now you may be thinking, well, you have to say that. They're your wife's breasts. They're the only ones available to you. But that's not true. I love my wife, and I love her breasts. And even if they are the only ones available to me, that's fine with me, because I love them. They're pretty. They feel good in my hands and on my chest and in my mouth. I mean, you get the idea. So, I don't even need to go to anybody else's breast because my wife's are my all-time favorite. And after all, they're the breasts that fed and nurtured my 3 beautiful, smart children. These are the breasts of the woman who chose me. And I think I can honestly say that my wife's breasts favor me. You know, I don't want to sound like I'm bragging or anything, but I treat my wife's breasts very well. How else would I treat my favorite breasts? Now, if you'll all excuse me, it seems to be getting a little warm in here. I think I'll go see what my wife is up to.
Breastify.